Well, in this episode of Art of Rake, we're going to take a look at my 3D printed Uncertain-T. Wheels, stance, color, and attitude. The Art of Rake. My Uncertain-T 3D printed. This is by Iceman. I love this kit. I've got two of them. So we're going to take a look at, I did some changes to it. I added on the injectors, I added the little pin, my little straight pins with the little balls on. I added those, cut them down and added those. I wired the distributor on this one, and I also cut out of sheet styrene all my wire looms. So if you look at those wire looms, they're all cut out of sheet plastic. And then if you ever look at the photographs of this real car, the windshield is tinted at the top. So I used Tamiya smoke on that. And now I know Iceman doesn't make his prints of his cars, but the top, I didn't like the top on it. So I made a top out of strip styrene or flat sheet styrene, and then added a little lip to it. And I don't know if this is in scale or not, but I took regular automotive bed liner and made this cool looking pebbly top on it. I know it's not correct. It would have been like some type of vinyl top, but I just thought it looked cool, so I thought I'd do something different with it. I have black, and I know you can't hardly see it in there, but I have black embossing powder in it for carpet. All my chrome is painted, I usually use Tamiya black, and then I use Revell spray chrome on it. I usually have to build up the 3D printing because of the layering. A lot of that shows up when you hit it with chrome, so I have a good bit of black, gloss black paint on it to make it look correct. So the paint is Duplicolor orange Metal Flex that I sprayed with spray bomb, and then I airbrushed Tamiya acrylic orange with Splash 2K clear on this one. The Mylar windows with smoke, of course, was added at the top edge. I also added, like the real car, let's see if I can get this. I made little, it didn't really have radiator hoses. It actually had little hard lines that are going, hold on, let me get my pointer. They're like little hard lines that go right into the heads, or right into the motor. Those are made out of RB Motion machined ends, and I kind of used, I added a little, there's actually a little, I don't know if you can see that or not, there's a little radiator cap in the middle and a little tube coming up. It comes up at an elbow, like an elbow, and I have a photo etched radiator cap on it. I added a steering arm on the front of it. The headlights are out of my parts box. The clear headlights, parts out of the parts box. And I actually lowered this a little bit. I lowered my front axle a little bit. So this is probably the first, I bought another one of these. I'm probably going to do the second version, which is, or the version of the car as was found recently. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna do a weathered, more like the way they found it, or if I'm gonna do one of the second version. But I love this kit. I bought another one from somebody else, and I know the guy printing it didn't create the file, but the file to me looked more cartoonish, and it was a little bit bigger. I don't know who did the Iceman file, but I think it's very, very nice. It's pretty close. This is as close as I've seen out there. But I love this kit. It's tiny. One thing I don't care, and I know it's nothing that he did because someone else creates the file. I wish the license plate area, I think it's a little underscaled. I think it should be bigger. But other than that, I really liked it. And then even the underneath. The one thing I did do on this is I painted my motor black on mine. I know it's a show car, and it's hard to tell by the pictures of the original car. It might have been body color at one time. I made mine black just to be a little bit different. There you can see those wire limbs a little bit better. I just made it black, just to add some contrast in there. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. I love this car. So let me know what you think, if you love it too, or maybe you don't. I think it appeals to us older guys. I know, because we remember this car. I don't think the younger guys understand it. I do understand why Monogram made this body in pieces, because this was really hard to spray. Incredibly hard to spray, just because of all the angles and stuff. So I do understand why they did the body in pieces. I can see a little kid trying to spray this and put it together. So I understand why they did a multi-piece body on it. So I've actually built two of these. This is the Iceman one in the front. And this one was, I got printed from somebody else. It's a little bit larger scale. It's a different file. It's definitely a different file. It had a separate top on. I do like the separate top on it. But this one was more toy-like. Like the pie crust they're kind of fat and round. They don't really look like pie crust. I actually had a set of front original Monogram wheels and tires that a friend of mine gave me, that he had the original kit. The front ones that came on this were kind of like cartoonish. I guess this one was made a little bit more cartoonish. I had to make the window frame for this one. This one didn't have a chrome window frame. I actually made that out of strip styrene. But you can see I painted them both the same, and you can pretty much see the difference scale wise. This one is larger than this one, but pretty interesting to see the difference of the two scales. Like I said, the one on the left was more cartoonish. And again, I don't know who originally made the files on them, but I do like the Iceman version better. Whoever did those, but so I have one of each. That's pretty much it. Let me know what you think. We'll see you next time here on Arter Rake.